KLBK Sports Director Ryan King gets to watch this one in person. He joins us live from Jones AT&T Stadium. Ryan, Texas Tech was struggling to begin Big 12 play, but after beating West Virginia last week, the Red Raiders hope to have that momentum that will carry over against the Sooners.
Yeah, thanks, Leah. That's right. Texas Tech lost that first game, a heartbreaker, to the Texas Longhorns. They followed that up, not great, losing back-to-back games to Iowa State and Kansas State. But then last week we saw a different Texas Tech squad. They came out, they had their first 7-0 lead after one drive on the season. Ultimately, they never gave it up, led the entire game, beat West Virginia 34-27. But after the halfway point, the team talked about how this could be a new season with the second half of Big 12 play coming up. Tech sitting at 2-3, 5 games to go, but now these Red Raiders are playing with a little different confidence, coming in off a convincing win, but in comes an Oklahoma team that's in a similar boat. Started off 1-2, but now they're on a winning streak, winning 2 games in a row, looking like they've turned a corner on their season. 2 teams playing with momentum and some inspired football, but only one can walk out of the Jones tonight with their winning record intact.
Taking things from a walkthrough on Friday to practice, it did show up a couple times. In fact, the one play was the forced fumble that Big Cheetah made, and Zach scooped and scored. Getting off the field on third down a couple times. I mean, the last 5 series were played out very well by our defense. They weren't 3 and outs. They were 6 and 7 play series, but we found a way to get off the field. You know, some stuff we hadn't done. And when you have success doing it, you kind of fires you up a little bit.
Now, a little news from the Sooners side. Oklahoma lost multiple players before their playoff game with LSU last year. Well, 2 of them returned today against Texas Tech, starting running back Ramondre Stevenson and defensive end Ronnie Perkins. That's 2 playmakers, one on each side of the ball that Oklahoma has back, and Texas Tech is going to have to game plan on the fly for since they have no game footage of those players here in 2020. Also, Texas Tech is going to have to avoid trailing early. The Oklahoma Sooners have outscored their opponents 68-3 in the first quarter this season, so Texas Tech is going to have to withstand that Oklahoma offensive onslaught led by former Red Raider Lincoln Riley if they want to stay in this one and get another Big 12 win. We'll have a live report from you late in the game coming up tonight in your KLBK News at 10, but for now, Leah, we'll send it back to you in studio.